Hi, I'm Chris Becksvoort. I run a small custom furniture shop in New Gloucester, Maine. And for the past 30-some years, I've also been privileged to do restoration work at Sabbath Day Lake at the last Shaker community in the world. And I'd like to show you some of their work, and we're going to go over building a slant-top desk, a portable desk that the Shakers used when traveling and also when they didn't have access to a regular sit-down desk. And they came in a variety of versions. This is the simplest, which we're going to be building. So there are a couple of techniques on this desk that we're going to cover. And first, the dovetailed corners. They're relatively small, but very important. All four corners are dovetailed. Then we're going to cover the breadboards. The pine actually extends into these hardwood breadboards, and then they're pinned and allowed to move. The breadboards are there to keep the lid flat, give it a little bit of stability. And we're also going to cover hinge setting and a couple of things on the inside. We'll go over cutting dados for the divider, and then I'll show you how to scoop out and shape the dividers themselves. Do a little cleanup with the various tools, and it'll be a real learning experience. I hope you have as much fun building one of these as I do showing you how. This is an amazing tool and can do some serious damage and remove a lot of wood in a hurry. So you have to be careful. And I usually like to use the bevel down. It gives you a little bit more control. We start here, start slow. Take that down. You can see this would take you a good 15-20 minutes to do with a block plane. I'll bring my marker up to here. Again, where it intersects the scribe line. And you'll notice I am using my thumb as a guide to get the cut started and to actually move the saw back and forth a little bit so that it's on the correct position on the line. So now I've got my two sides positioned. They're sort of stepped back so I can chisel both of them at the same time without having to reclamp. I've got my hold fast in position, holding these in. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to set my chisel right into that scribe mark, like so. It should drop right in. And then just give it a light tap all the way across. So I've filed along the edge of the line toward the outside and toward the inside. Obviously, the pin is going to stay put in the maple hole, but as the pine moves back and forth, the pin has room to move. And half of the movement will occur to the one side of the center, and the other half of the movement will occur to the other side of the center, because our center hole is going to be pinned. We're going to put a little glue there, and that's how the breadboards get attached.